I just have got my Pokemon edition of the Switch Lite, so I'm a little bit behind on. Excuse me, I'm a little bit behind on like everybody else has done got their Switch, but I went and done some little features here. Have I used to 8-bit do SN30 Pro, and I'm connecting it right there. That's wired. That's wired connection. You can do that with an update, and just kind of testing out different controllers right here in this video. Now, oh yeah, this is the main thing. This is the charging grip for the the Switch Joy Cons, and so you can connect it straight up to to the to the Switch. And I was wondering if that was the only way you connect it. I was because I never really connected those without just putting them on the Switch. You know, I never really just hit the link button. You'll see here in a minute. I do connect them with a link button, and here we go to the change grip order, and we hit the sync button. This is the first time I really used the sync button. I know that's easy. I think when the first Switch came out, I don't know if at first you had to actually put it on the Switch itself to get it to link. I think I remember some kind of thing like it. It didn't happen until after an update or something I did. But I never really worried about that feature because it's just easy. Just stick them on the dock and then take them right back off. I mean, stick them on the console itself, the Switch, or stick them on. That's one reason why I bought that. You know, you can just stick them on it if you had it connected to the TV, and it's like mine. I keep mine behind the TV, so I just don't go around there and undock it and do all that crap. I just I could hook up that and go on, and then undo the controllers. But I hardly ever use those now. I just use the Pro controller. Yeah, that yellow Joy-Con, it was completely dead. I was trying to figure out why it wouldn't sync, but it was completely dead. And you got to hold Y and start to cut this on for Nintendo Switch mode for that 8-bit do controller there. I only have two other controllers right now. I have that one, and then I have the Bluetooth um, Sega controller. It's like the Genesis and the Saturn. It's more like a Saturn because it has L and R buttons. Yeah, and here I am. I'm going to use a fight pad, PDP fight pad for a Smash. I thought my video froze. Yeah, functions good. Now that I'm using the Nintendo uh, charging kickstand. It's got the little spot on the side where you can charge a controller, but I don't have the charger connected directly into it. That is a USB-C to USB 3.0. It has three USB 3.0s, and then it has a USB-C expansion port for you can hook you hook your charger in it, but theoretically you could hook another one of those up to it. You could piggyback it or whatever. I have an adapter that came with a LAN adapter, which the LAN adapter don't work for the Switch. So I was reading reviews and someone said it did, and it didn't. But it came with just a USB C to a USB 3.0. It was just one, but that does not give me no charge. Now see what I'm doing there, unhooking it all. But you actually have to plug it. If you was to plug it all in there and stick it on there like that, sometimes it will charge and sometimes it won't. You have to actually unhook the adapter as long as the power cord's still in it. Unhook it back out and plug it back in there. I'm gonna try to leave a link to that one device. But if you have not bought one yet, I recommend buying the one Hori makes. Hori makes one for the regular Switch. It has 4 ports, and I think it will still work on this one. And they also have one that's made a little bit more slimline. That's um, for the Lite. But I would recommend just getting the one for the Lite because it'll work on either one. And plus, it's so much smaller. If you needed more ports to hook up multiple controllers or keyboard, okay, like you're gonna hook up a keyboard, you're gonna hook up, you could use like a PlayStation Gold headset, anything that's got a dongle to it. You could use it as a headset, and you can hook it up to that, to your USB ports. So if you had the one that has 2 USB ports, you could put uh, a USB hub where it's got 4 ports on it or more, or whatever you want to do, and hook that up to the one USB side, and then I recommend taking your sound device, your headphones, and putting it on a USB 3.0 that's just all on its own. Don't use it through a USB hub. I mean, you could, but theoretically, you want your sound to be better, and control takes less. All you're doing is putting input. You're not taking output out of it. So yeah, you could use one to use a keyboard if you're typing on something. Some games, maybe Animal Crossing might support a keyboard functionality. I'm not too sure. It would help like in some situations where you typing in, like if you do like you're naming stuff or you put a sign up. I could see it for that. I don't know if they'll do a lot of messaging in that game or not. And I'm not too sure about any games that require a keyboard. I'm not, except for Fortnite. I forgot about Fortnite. I have played it with a keyboard and a mouse before. Um, Another thing I was wanting to do is compare some pictures of the 3DS with the Switch Lite. You see the screen for the 3DS is a whole lot close to the size of the Switch Lite, the 3DS XL that is. And then I got a couple other pictures here with the Switch next to the Switch Lite, and then you have, of course, the Switch. I mean the excuse me. Of course, you have the 3DS XL, and then you had the smaller 3DS. That's the new line model, that is. And of course, the new line model of the regular 3DS wasn't very popular here. It really just didn't come here as big as it did in Japan, and they made it real uh, big in Japan. And I think what it was is because um, you know you would think the 3DS would be more for the kids or whatever, the standard size, and of course the 2DS is what that was. So um, the larger screen was more popular with the adults, the teens, and older kids. So and the 3D wasn't recommended for what is the kids under 12. So it was kind of pointless to market that when you have a 2DS. And the new 2DS should have came out sooner than what it did. It seems like it came out too late now. But Doug Bowser is wanting to push to keep uh, the 3DS series alive, and it's got some really cool features to it, like the Street Pass, and there's still some games out there. I just wish they'd do some integration with like the Switch and the 3DS on some aspects. You could create software that would work back and forth between your Nintendo account. Um, and I have one picture here where you see it's basically the Switch and the Switch Lite below it, right next to a new 3DS. It kind of makes you look like, well, what if you know,
if you had two screens on a Switch. That's what I think. You know, that could be a concept that they could do or something. Somebody hack or mod something where it could do that, and it'd be kind of neat. I'd like to see that. But if you could get it to play your 3DS games, well, that'd be amazing.